It's back to the drawing board for the future of the Christchurch Cathedral if Labour goes into government. Under a Labour government, Labour's Arts, Cultural and Heritage spokesperson, Jacinda Ardern, says the public will have their say on the future of iconic buildings like the Christchurch Cathedral. Labour says Section 38 of the Canterbury Earthquake Recovery Act has allowed the demolition of more than a dozen heritage buildings without public consultation, most recently the Majestic.
We believe it is time those powers were removed. We have come to a point now, with enough time has passed, that it is no longer just about safety, it is about trying to retain the heritage and character of this beautiful city.
The policy was well received by local Cantabrians. The Honourable Jim Anderton says cities without historic buildings are cities without memories.
Future generations are going to judge us on how we act now, because we've got to start thinking about the future of the city, and the future of the city really starts with what we've got left and preserving that and fighting to preserve it.
Jacinda Ardern says in most cases the buildings were knocked down, not because the damage was beyond repair, but because it was the easiest solution. Anna Crichton, former city councillor and elected member of the District Health Board, says too much time has passed and it's incredible the SIR Act is still being used to demolish buildings without consultation.
It's still being used and it's still being abused, because there are some buildings that are perfectly fine, heritage buildings, still standing, where the owners would prefer or would try to get their building demolished under that Section 38.
Labour plans to protect the heritage of Canterbury by implementing an audit system, ensuring decisions go through a proper consultation process under the Resource Management Act.
I think it's a bit of an assumption that knocking down heritage buildings speeds the rebuild up. In fact, restoration doesn't necessarily have to be the slowest option.
Labour is hoping to approach the Canterbury recovery with a mindset of preservation and not a bias towards destruction.
Now that we've ensured that public safety has been paramount, that we move on to a place of saying, well, look, is it possible to make sure we progress the plans for the city in particular, but also retain some of the beautiful heritage buildings.
Jacinda Ardern says it's about looking after the history of Canterbury in the wake of the earthquakes. Joelle Batista, CTV News.